You could wake up tomorrow, walk out your front door and look across miles of rolling heather, a quiet river cutting through a pine forest, or a loch so still it mirrors the morning sky. Best of all, you could own that front door for less than the price of a decent used car back home. That's Scotland right now. Today we're hunting down cottages, lodges, and cabins you could actually move into, starting from around $100,000. Our very first listing hits the board at just $107,000, and I'll be completely upfront with you. It's nowhere near the best deal on this list. I've saved the strongest contenders for the very end, and the final couple of properties will completely rewrite your expectations. Let's zoom in on the map. We're covering a proper spread across the country, sweeping down from the Highlands in Perthshire, through Argyll's sea lochs, across to the Clyde coast, and into the softer farmland of Dumfries and Galloway in the south. Whatever your ideal setting happens to be, a river, the sea, a village green, or open croftland, there's a strong chance it shows up in the next few minutes. Zone by zone, we're not just comparing square footage. We're evaluating a lifestyle. We're looking at the morning light through the windows, the air off the hills, having a bit of yard to sit in with a coffee, a view actually worth looking at, and how close you really are to a town with the proper bakery and a doctor's surgery. That's the real criteria today, not just the price tags. Whether you're planning a quiet retirement, setting up a remote work base with a better view, relocating the family, or securing a smart little investment property, there's likely a spot on this list built for you. I'll flag who each property suits best as we go. A quick heads up before we dive in. These prices reflect the market at the time of this roundup, and properties in this range move fast. Always verify the documents, fees, and current availability with the agent before you get too attached to any single one. If you're worried this is just another quick highlight reel stuffing 8 houses into 90 seconds with zero context, don't be. We're going to slow down. We'll walk through the rooms, break down exactly what your money buys, and leave you with a genuine shortlist. 8 properties today, ladder style, meaning we start solid and climb from there. Buckle in. All right, first stop, and the leader is officially set. Deal number 1, $107,000, a 2-bedroom detached lodge sitting right on the banks of the River Tilt near Blair Athol. The wow moment here hits you before you even step inside. Decking that looks straight out over the river with green hills rising behind it, exactly the kind of view you'd pay double, maybe triple, for somewhere else in the world. Step through the door and it opens straight into a living, dining, and kitchen space, with real wooden flooring and a feature fireplace as the anchor point. There's a main double bedroom with mirrored built-in wardrobes and its own ensuite shower room, a second twin bedroom, and a separate family bathroom with a shower over the bath. According to the listing, it's finished to a high standard with timber paneling and framing running throughout, giving the whole place what the agent describes as a Scandinavian feel. Clean lines, warm wood, nothing cluttered. This is a solid property, described as ready to walk straight into, no major renovations needed, just bring your bags. And the best part is the outdoor setup, a timber storage shed and a graveled driveway, so you're never fighting for parking in this quiet, peaceful pocket of Perthshire. It's not a museum, it's real life. And honestly, it's a genuinely strong opening bid for under $110,000. Think about what that number buys you elsewhere. Barely a down payment in some cities. And here it's a fully finished 2-bedroom riverside home with parking and storage sorted. That's the kind of math this whole video is built on. So keep it in your head as we go, because every single deal from here has to beat this one to earn its spot on the ladder. But don't get comfortable, because the leader changes fast from here. And what's coming next throws a curveball nobody sees coming. A quick jump west now, over toward the Firth of Clyde, some proper sea air, winding coastal roads, ferries drifting in the distance. That's the flavor of Dunoon and the Cowell Peninsula. And it's exactly where deal number 2 is waiting. $117,000 for a 2-bedroom holiday lodge at Hunter's Key. And yes, this one has a hot tub sitting right out front with partial sea views. That's your wow anchor, full stop. Walk inside and you get a big living room soaked in natural light through large windows, a kitchen with a gas hob and electric oven ready for actual cooking. Rather than takeout every night, 2 well-sized bedrooms each with built-in wardrobes, a main bathroom, and an ensuite off the primary room. According to the listing, a new gas boiler was recently fitted, so you're not walking into a hidden maintenance headache on day one. This is another one of those solid properties you could actually move into. No major renovations required. Just settle in and enjoy it from week one. And the best part is that private decking and hot tub combo out front, tucked into a quiet area of the park, perfect for winding down after a day of exploring the peninsula. And here's a little regional flavor while we're here. Dunoon sits right across the water from Gurrog, a short ferry hop from Glasgow, so you're never as remote as the scenery makes it feel. Proper city access is closer than most people assume when they picture Scottish holiday parks. We are just getting started here and the leader changes again. This next one goes in a completely different direction. From holiday parks to actual heritage now. Deal number 3 takes us inland to Green Street in Stonehouse, near Larkhall, priced at $132,000. This one is a genuine weaver's cottage, stone-built with history baked right into the walls, and that traditional stone exterior, facing a quiet communal green, is your wow moment here. Step inside and there's a bright living room with 4 separate windows and a feature fireplace, a large double bedroom stacked with extensive built-in wardrobe storage, a modern kitchen with direct access out to the garden, and a contemporary shower room with wall-hung fittings. According to the listing, there's also a floored attic space running the width of the property, offering flexible extra room, ideal as a home office, or just serious storage most cottages this size simply don't have. This is one of those solid properties where the charm doesn't come at the cost of comfort. Actually move into, no major renovations, just character you genuinely can't fake or manufacture. The kind of detail that costs a fortune to replicate in a new build and comes free with a cottage like this. And the best part is what's tucked out back. A private, secluded garden with mature planting, a lawn, and multiple patio spots for the kind of quiet evenings you don't expect to find at this price point. It's not a museum, it's real life. Just a particularly pretty one with a green space out front. And if you're the type who likes owning a piece of actual history, rather than a copy-paste new build, this is the one that should be sitting in your saved folder right now, because weavers' cottages like this don't come up on the market often. And when they do, according to agents in the area, they tend to move quickly. The next one flips the whole tone of this list. This is the twist listing, the one that reminds you this hunt isn't only about turnkey homes with a bow on top. Deal number 4, $134,000, a 1-bedroom cottage sitting on roughly 3 acres of croftland near Latheron in Caithness, way up in the far north. I want to be straight with you here because that's the whole point. According to the listing, this one needs a complete renovation. It's described as wind and watertight, with services nearby, but it is genuinely a project, not a move-straight-in pick, and a caravan is actually included in the sale so you could live on site while you work on it, which tells you the sellers know exactly what kind of buyer this suits. The wow here isn't the interior at all, it's the land itself, nearly 3 acres sitting in a prominent, elevated position with scenic rural views stretching out in every direction, roughly 17 miles from Wick, with a village shop, a pub, and a primary school all within easy reach. And Wick itself, the second largest town in Caithness, offering secondary schooling and the wider facilities a young family or a full-time remote worker would eventually need. If you're the kind of viewer who wants space to build your own vision rather than move straight into someone else's finished product, bookmark this one right now. Just always check documents and fees closely on renovation projects like this before you commit, because the real numbers change fast once building work gets involved, and that's a rule that applies anywhere in the world, not just Scotland. Still, picture what 3 acres actually looks like next to a $134,000 price tag. Room for a proper garden, maybe animals, maybe just space and silence, which is its own kind of luxury most listings simply can't offer. Back to solid, walk-in ready ground. For deal number 5, $147,000 in the heart of Castle Douglas, known locally as Scotland's food town, with independent shops, cafes, and a proper high street just steps from your front door. This spacious 2-bedroom bungalow on King Street is the wow simply because of the location, right off the main street, with off-road parking, in a town bypassed by the A75, so you've got Dumfries, Glasgow, and even Prestwick Airport, all within a couple of easy hours. Inside, a large living room with a slate hearth fireplace and French doors, 2 good-sized bedrooms, one of them genuinely spacious and L-shaped, a modern kitchen with integrated oven, hob, and space for a washing machine, and a shower room finished in a clean contemporary style with a large cubicle. The listing describes it as excellent living accommodation, and this is exactly the kind of solid property you could actually move into with 0 major renovations. Ideal, according to the listing, for a first-time buyer or someone looking to downsize without giving up walkable convenience. And the best part is that town center life itself, supermarkets, a health center, a library, a swimming pool, a theater, and a golf course, all within easy walking or driving distance. Something you just don't get for this price back home. And it's easy to forget how much a walkable town center is actually worth until you've lived without one. No car needed for groceries, no car needed for a coffee, just a short stroll and you're there. Quick regional taste before the leader changes again, because this whole southwest corner of Scotland runs on a slower, easier rhythm. Market towns, golf courses, gentle coastal drives, mild weather by Scottish standards, and a food scene the locals are genuinely proud of. From smokehouses to little bakeries that have been open for decades. It's the kind of pace that sounds boring on paper, and then, once you're actually standing there with a coffee watching the high street wake up, feels like exactly what you didn't know you were missing. Now snap back, because deal number 6 is another twist listing, and it's got serious bones behind it. $147,000 for a traditional detached villa in Gairloch Head, right on the water's edge, with views across the Gairloch that you simply cannot buy at this price. Near a coastline, almost anywhere else. Honesty first, though, because I'm not going to sell a fantasy. The listing is clear that this one requires extensive modernization and upgrading. So this is not a walk straight in property. It's a character project through and through. Here's what you get for that work. Around 700 square feet, spread over 2 levels, a dual aspect lounge with a focal point fireplace, a functional kitchen with a working Rayburn stove that also heats the water, a spacious family bathroom, and 2 double bedrooms upstairs with front-facing picture windows framing the loch itself. The grounds run over the private access lane too, so there's genuine outdoor space to go with those views, plus excellent access down to the beach. This is the property for someone who wants coastal Scotland on a real budget and doesn't mind rolling up their sleeves before moving in. Not for everyone on this list, but for the right buyer, it might quietly be the strongest long-term value in the whole roundup. Because waterfront land like this, once it's fixed up, rarely comes back on the market at anywhere near this number again. That's not a promise, just how these coastal pockets tend to behave over time. All right, take a breath, because we're heading into the final stretch now, and the last 2 picks are genuinely the strongest on this entire list, so stay with me. Deal number 7, $154,000, an end terrace stone cottage on Church Street in the small village of Ecclefechan near Lockerbie. The wow here is the whole street itself. Quiet, genuinely picturesque, peaceful in a way that's hard to describe until you've stood on it, tucked right up against open countryside. Inside you get 3 bedrooms, or 2 bedrooms, plus a flexible dining room that could easily double as a third if you need it. A bright, twin-aspect lounge field with light from 2 directions, and a chimney that could take a log burner for cozy winter nights. A shaker-style kitchen with room for a washer, dryer, and fridge freezer, and a fresh, modern bathroom, finished with wet wall panels and an electric shower. According to the listing, the whole place is kept warm through double glazing and partial electric wall heating. And this is another one of those solid properties, described as move-in, ready for a small family, a couple, or even someone eyeing a holiday-let income opportunity. Again, actually move into, no major renovations required anywhere in this one. And the best part is the flexibility built right into it. Full-time home, rental income, or a staycation bolt hole for weekends away. The choice is genuinely yours. Ecclefechan itself is one of those villages that rarely makes headlines, which honestly is exactly the appeal. quiet, close-knit, and a short drive from Lockerbie for anything you can't find locally. The kind of place that photographs beautifully and lives even better day to day. Now here it is, the one I've been building toward this entire video. Deal number 8, and this one completely breaks the pattern we've been on, because at $261,000, it's by far the priciest listing on our list. But stay with me, because what you're actually getting justifies every bit of that jump. And it's exactly why I told you at the start that the strongest deals were saved for the end. This is a one-bedroom lodge at Port Saunichon, sitting right on the banks of Loch Awe in Argyll, described in the listing as offering open views across the gardens straight out to the water, with surrounding mountains standing as your permanent backdrop every single morning. That view alone is the wow, full stop, no competition needed. It's a 2-story chalet-style lodge with an open-plan living, dining, and kitchen area downstairs, farmhouse-style units, paired with a granite effect worktop, a freestanding cooker, dishwasher, and fridge already included, French doors opening straight onto front decking, and upstairs a central landing leading through to the bedroom and bathroom, with built-in storage cupboards. According to the listing, it's well presented throughout and blends rustic charm with genuine contemporary comfort. This is about as move-in ready as it gets on this whole list. No major renovations. Just unpack your bags and start living beside one of Scotland's most beautiful lochs. And honestly, this one feels built for retirement or a serious remote work escape. Somewhere you'd actually look forward to opening your laptop every morning. And the best part is everything sitting right outside the front door. Walking and cycling trails, threading through the surrounding mountains, historic castle ruins dotted along the shoreline, and the harbor town of Oban within easy reach for bigger shopping trips and ferry connections out to the islands. It's not a museum, it's real life. Just a particularly stunning slice of it. And honestly, one of the most complete packages we found for this entire roundup. If you've ever scrolled past photos of Loch Awe and thought that kind of view was reserved for people with serious money, this listing alone should change how you think about what's actually reachable right now. Before we wrap, one more zoom out worth mentioning. Run your eye back over that whole ladder. $107,000, $117,000, $132,000, $134,000, $147,000 twice, $154,000, and $261,000. And notice that 6 out of 8 of these sit comfortably under $155,000 in a country with genuine 4-season scenery, real infrastructure, healthcare, schools, and a currency and legal system that's about as stable as it gets. That's not a sales pitch. That's just what's sitting on the public market right now, according to these listings at the time this roundup was put together. So here's how the board looks once we pull all the way back and line every one of these up side by side. Best for water views, hands down, that Port Saunichon Lodge on Loch Awe. Best raw land and space to build your own vision from scratch, that 3-acre Latheron Croft up in Caithness. Most genuinely turnkey pick for the money. It's honestly a close call between that Castle Douglas bungalow in the food town and the Blair Athol River Lodge we opened with. Both walk straight in ready, both under $150,000. Best character project with serious long-term upside. That Gairloch Head Villa sitting right on the water. Best all-around escape if money genuinely isn't the deciding factor for you. That Loch Awe Lodge at Port Saunichon wins without much argument. And honestly, best overall value when you weigh price against condition against location all at once. I keep coming back to that Blair Athol River Lodge we opened with. Sometimes the first deal really is the one to beat. At prices like these, spread across a country this beautiful, this isn't some fantasy tour you'll never actually take. It's a genuinely open door. Tell me straight, no overthinking it. Village life, countryside land, or coastal access, which one wins for you?